Alrighty, new recording. There we go. This is the 12 or more futuristic interior unwraps for this project, which we ended up with a lot more. Namely, a lot of these are going to be combined together later on, but there are 26 of them in total. I pulled up my unwrap tool so I can actually show off a bit more of the stuff. But boom, we'll start with this. Just select that so you can kind of see how things are split up. The entire armor of the outside is one thing. This is all one thing, as well as a lot of the other individual inside pieces that will be the same color, which is why they're all kind of in the same area. We have these separate pieces of glass, which are just boop. All the different pieces of glass in there, probably gonna be like a red reflective sort of situation. The armor is all one piece. Cool, cool, cool. This gun, once again, very simply laid out. A lot of different things going on, different heads, different parts of the gun. Boom, 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 boom. The wing over here, which I don't know why it's showing multiple things, but the wing, which I'm honestly very happy with how this is laid out. You have all these different pieces. There probably is a better way to conserve space, but it will just be a bigger object anyway. So this might just take up 2 squares above the pod and the gun, because they're going to be all combined together. It's just going to take up a lot of space in general. But you can generally see how this goes. Has the outsides, has the different individual pieces of glass, different parts of the inside. A lot of different separate pieces for like the things on the outside. Because he also for over here for this. Boom, boom. Even going on like on the inside there. And that is the TIE fighter at the very least. So TIE for use. We have our creased ice here, which, oof. Let me zoom out. Okay. So yeah, that on its own has that. Once again, very simple. Boom, boom, boom. So just by the convenience of having our different angles, our two outward ones and two inward ones, since they're not really flat walls, we have a total of 5 objects alone just from this. That are actually all separate objects. Power gate, boom. Very simple unwrap, honestly. But you get when you have an object like this. All these are pretty simple too. Probably need to increase the softness on them again because I think they had hard edges I just saw. The T, once again, very simple. We have some overlapping ones is the only thing. I can easily overlap them, or probably, honestly, maybe you have a way to rotate them around. I don't think I'll have room. I could probably move that up, move that upside down, have it over there if I want them to not overlap. That is the bay and arcs. Bay and tile floor. Boom. It's a bit messy right now just because like I have the lights in here. And I still need to go back and reorganize that. But overall, the rest of it's pretty simple. Different little areas for these. I have also been sick recently, so that's probably also why this has been as delayed as it is. Got this tile floor now. You can see on here, all the tiles are kind of stacked on top of each other. I can correct that if I want to at some point. The different inlays. We have the outside, which honestly, I have no reason not to just delete all these on the outside. I don't really have an intention for them, and that would also give me more space to put the texture on the tile. So once I get back to that for like texturing, I'll probably just delete them. That's what I ended up doing with a lot of different floors as I continued. Don't need to recreate the screen now for these, but pretty simple and obvious how this goes. Boom, boom. These are the 3 screens. Well, sort of screens up here. These are the 2 towers. This is the back. This is the rest of the front. And then the control panel. Seat is a completely different one on its own. This is kind of what that's looking like. has a whole situation. I just used the cylinder unwrap that it gives you automatically, and just kind of went from there and found it worked quite well. I just realized we didn't have this thing at all on, which honestly is probably good for you to see how the density is working. Boom. Okay, let me just go backwards a little bit, show that off. To show that the density is the same, because I forgot about that, honestly. Fan tile floor. Boom. See, once again, that's not very dense. Then again, this floor is not very dense either, except for on the lights. There you go. Boom. Okay, it's just not letting me select that. Okay. There you go. Boom. Uh, boop. This one might be a mess to see beneath all that, but boom. 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 And I believe last corner. Boom. Just showing off text density. Have to still do that for the TIE fighter now. This one's very, very not dense, which is why it's going to need to be such a big thing. At least 24 by 20, well, 2048 by 2048. More than likely is going to end up being a 4096 situation. And this one's very dense. Cool. That is that. So now we can go back to wherever we were. We finished up computer station, so now we can go over to doors. Which is honestly this makes it a lot easier, so I'll kind of have to go individually going over here, be like, oh, look at all these separate little sections that I made. But you can actually see how the density is looking on all of these. Once again, yeah, this one I had to keep the edges on. I could maybe delete the back edge over here. But that's about it that I could even potentially delete. See a little bit of these things are kind of all their own separate pieces over here. And then these are the... Okay, mouse is not working with me, so these are the faces. So, boop. If I control one, you can see those are the faces of that. Hallway. Woo! Boop. Okay, game. Work with me. Density. Density. I might have to change that one a little bit, just because I'll be adding the pipes, but I find it more likely that I'll still have the pipes as their own separate object. This is what the pipes look like. This is a UV shell, this is a UV shell, and this is a UV shell. And that's how that's split up with the cuts in the back, where no one's going to see them anyway. We just did doors, we did hallway. Ice roof. Woo! Yeah, you can see every single individual spike is its own thing. I could stack a lot of these, and I might do that, but we'll see. Or I might keep them all separate still. And then, okay. Okay, game. This one has that issue where it's like I combined everything again, so I still need to go back and fix everything, but the texture density is there. At least for the time being. Oh, that's just the TIE Whisper without any texturing. Floor mat! Woo! Or don't. Okay. Texture density. Once again, very simple. Just two faces are their own separate thing. The edge, I've actually split into two. So you can see that one ends there. This one goes there. which is really just give me more space on the square. I just need like a mouse pad or something. I got like super glue stuck on this table at some point and just didn't work. These are the old ice walls. So not the creased ones that are being used. And then this is the floor. I could maybe put like a smooth on this. Be very interested to see what that looks like, if that helps at all. Eh. I mean, honestly, yeah, I like it. Sure, why not? Boop, boop, bomb. File, export selection. So obviously not really even a crease tool use, but ice floor. Yep. Cool. And just like that, we've also updated something, so that's cool. And that is also it for the video. Thank you for watching.